Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sandeep and I am an educator. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon. So let us start our today's topic. How can I start thinking in English in my mind? To be honest, my dear student, it is an easy but time-taking process. Although I am not a native speaker, but still I know it. It's pretty difficult in the beginning when we try to think in English. Today I am going to reveal the formula that made me fluent in English in no time in the end. So in the starting I always used to translate all the things that I see, that I speak, that I hear, and all from my native language to English. But it was a time taking process and I realized that it is making slower while talking and replying in English. So just like others, I did the same mistake of translating things from English to my native language and vice versa. And I got so frustrated because I was unable to speak fluent English in front of anyone. I wanted to become an eloquent English speaker. Then I got the secret that was kept hidden from most of us. In order to think in English in my mind, first of all, you need to stop translating the things from your native language to English and vice versa. We need to understand that English is language and not a subject. So we need to remove or replace that language translator in our mind so that whenever we want to speak English effectively, this translator in our brain will not slow down us. But the real question is, how do we do that? So in our today's session, my dear student, today I am going to tell you some important techniques that will really help you in order to think in English. So let us start today's session. Thinking naturally in English takes practice and immersion. Here I am going to tell you some natural ways to help you think in English. First technique, surround yourself with English. Create a conducive environment at your home. But the question is, how can you create this conducive environment? You can create this conducive environment by watching some movies in English, by watching English content, but make sure always watch some simple content. Whether you are listening a song, whether you are listening a movies, whether you are reading a books, whether you are watching a news, always try to spend your time in simple content. Okay, my dear student, always try to think in English. Set aside time each day to concisely think in English. You have to make a promise yourself that today I have to speak 15 sentences, 20 sentences. Okay, you have to make a promise by yourself. Try to narrate your activities, try to narrate your thoughts, try to narrate everything in English. Suppose you want to go to market and you want to buy grocery items, and before going to market, try to narrate a scene in your mind. Okay, our other techniques, my dear student, try to engage some internet dialogues also. Suppose you are sitting alone at your home and take a topic and have a conversation with yourself in English. Discuss various topics and ask questions and answer them in your mind. Describe your surrounding, my dear student. As you go about your day, describe what you see and what you experience in English. For example, if you go outside and you see a beautiful horse or you see a beautiful sky, so you can say I see a beautiful blue sky today. If you went outside and you see a beautiful horse, then you can simply say, today I saw a beautiful horse. So you use a mental association. Instead of translating from your native language, associate concept directly with your English word. When you see a cat, think cat rather than thinking of word in your native language and then translating it mentally in your mind. Do not try to consider it Billy. Always try to consider it in English language. Whether you see a cat, whether you see any kind of object, so try to think only in English rather than thinking of the word in your native language. My dear student, always try to dream in English. Try to think in English even in your dreams also. So this might take time. lengthy process. This might take time, but it can be a powerful way to reinforce your language skill, my dear student. Always try to spend your time in writing process. You can write some essays, you can write your stories, you can write even your personal thought also in English. So writing can help solidify your English language skills, my dear student. You can join English speaking communities, you can engage with English speakers through social media, language exchange programs. You can also join some online forums also. You can participate in discussion and activities in English also. You can talk even with your friends who can talk to with you in English. My dear student, think about your goals. Consider, why do you want to learn this language? Why you want to think in English? Whether it's for work purpose, whether it could be travel purpose, whether it could be your personal growth. So keeping your goals always in mind, that can motivate always you. My dear student, you should be a patient. Try to be patient, because learning to think naturally in a new language, it will take time. It's not happen in one night, 2 night. It's not a piece of cake. So don't get discouraged by occasional mistakes or moments of confusion. There are many other ways you can help your brain switch to think in English. For example, you can change the language on your apps, phones and social media to English, but start with these important techniques and it will only get easier to think in English. And my dear student, don't forget to start making decision in English. Remember, my dear student, you will be making better decisions this way. It's scientifically proven, my dear student. Remember, the key is the practice and immersion. The more you use English in your daily life, the more natural it will become to think in English. I think, my dear student, this session was very important for you, and I'll meet you in the next session with a new topic. Till then, thank you very much, and don't forget to subscribe my channel, my dear student.